Hi guys, Spirit wanted me to hop on here. This feels like an urgent message. And instantly I got, we are all on a different path for a reason. And then Spirit said, if we were all on the same path, how would that look like for all of us? And what would that experience be like? Okay, a lot of us are going through great awakening. Okay, hear me when I say this, collective. Okay, let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths. I have some affirmations here for us, and this is where the message came through when I was shuffling some cards. Okay, and Spirit said do it, so here I am, I'm doing it. Okay, a lot of us at this time are going through great awakening. I am documenting this on, oh crap, where are we? September 23rd. Okay, Libra season. Okay, we are going through great awakening. This is a good thing. 121 when I said that. We may not feel like it's the greatest thing right now. We may feel like it doesn't even feel great at all. But I suppose when I say that this is a good thing, that this is really a good thing. I'm hearing breaking shackles. I'm hearing we are in the beginning of it. And it's a good thing. Okay, I have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. We are collectively freeing our shame, freeing envy, comparison. Okay, I'm getting that a lot. Okay, 222. And I got that before I even hopped on here. I heard the voice. Okay. You know, Spirit is on me right now, I swear. Spirit is saying that if we were all on the same path, how that picture would look like and how would it feel? How would the experience be like? Right? So imagine if we were all on the same path, how boring 303 things would be, or obviously we would experience it differently. But the message here that Spirit wanted me to say, okay, as we are releasing a lot of what pretty much has divided us from each other. Okay, that's what we're releasing. Okay, the cause of that, 333. But the message here is that while we are all on a different path, okay, I'm reminded to tell us to laugh. I'm reminded to tell us to come back to humor. I am shout out to our comedians. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We are to come back to humor at this time. We are to sit and be still and watch a movie, right? To get you out of your mind, to get you out of that perspective so that you can step into a new perspective. Okay, thank you, Spirit. You are to eat good. And listen to your body when you're eating. Listen to your body when you're drinking water. Listen to your body at this time. It is so vital for us. Okay, I'm hearing veins. I'm hearing our veins. I'm hearing bloodstream. Okay, I'm getting bloodstream. Clean slate. Okay, some of you guys are fasting. Okay, you might have been 444 fasting. You've been fasting. Okay, this comes with a lot of discipline. Okay, and when it comes to fasting, okay, There's something about your bloodstream that is rejuvenating, that is regenerating. Okay. I'm also getting a picture of our DNA. Okay. Take that as it resonates and only take it as it resonates. Please, please, please do not force any of these messages on you. Okay. If it is not for you, it is not for you. Thank you. I feel the need to say that. Okay. We don't need to add any more to what we are feeling. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I'm also getting, okay, for example, yes, we don't need to do any more than we should. We don't need to say any more than we should. We also do not need to over explain ourselves at this time because everything is being settled. Everything's being settled. I'm getting legal matters here. Okay. I'm also getting everything is being settled down as and what I mean by that is like some things just don't make sense for a reason. And while things are being settled down and spirit is wanting to really get us to settle down and listen in, this is the most important part. To pay attention. To know where we are with our body, to listen into what our body is saying. So, for example, okay, this is a heavy message, and listen to me when I say this, collective, that if you are at this time getting heavy downloads, heavy messages, your body is not feeling like it's the usual. You know what I'm saying? It's not the norm that you always feel it to be. It's not supposed to. Your body is supposed to feel different at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Your body is supposed to be... There's a bug. Your body is supposed to feel different. You're supposed to feel different. You're supposed to feel like, you know, wherever you look, like your eyesight, okay, 717, something about your eyesight, okay, it's sharp. Your senses are heightened, okay. Do not gaslight yourself. Okay, for some of you, this means that you're having an awakening. This means, when I say that, I did not hop on here just randomly out of nowhere, and I usually, it's urgent. And I'm speaking to somebody here, 747, when I say that you are having a great awakening. So if you are feeling like you are feeling abnormal, unusual, like things are just happening to your body and you don't understand, this is good for you. You are to follow suit. You are to follow what your body is telling you. You are to follow what your mind is telling you, even if it's in the darkest places. And hear me, this is the most important part here, okay? When we go through an awakening, it feels very distorted. At first, it's going to feel very distorted. There are things that is going to trigger you in every part of your body. This is also God speaking to you. You hear me? That when you are feeling your senses are changing, and when you're feeling body aches, and it's in the very specific spot you always get. Okay, you always get this 848, a very specific spot. Even, okay, voices. You are to listen. You are going through a great awakening, okay? And hear me when I say this. Oof, this is coming up. A lot of us are remembering our teenage self, 913. A lot of us are remembering a lot of our teenage self. Who you were as a teenager, your personality, your interests. Okay. I'm talking to somebody here, okay. While you're going through this great awakening, okay, hear me, 939. You're going back to your old self. You're going back to your teenage self. You are to take this piece of information and keep it with you. That you are experiencing this in a very abnormal way, 959. And I'm putting this together in my head like a puzzle as I follow the rhythm here, okay? That while you are going through this great awakening, okay, you're remembering yourself as your teenage self. And perhaps there are some things that are resurfacing from your teenage years that you're not feeling comfortable with, okay? But you are to listen in. It's shaking you up for a reason. This is awakening you. This is enlightening you. Not to mention, it is also humbling you. Ah, chills. It is humbling you. It is humbling you, but it comes with a big cry. It comes with a big breakthrough. It comes with a big rebirth. You see, something happened to you in your teenage years that you never talked about. Perhaps I'm talking to somebody here. Perhaps you never talked about it to anybody. Whatever it was that had happened to you in your teenage years, and you kept it silent for years and years and years. It's coming back to you. And do you know why it's coming back to you? Hear me, collective, and I feel like I'm speaking to somebody here very specific, that it's coming back to you because it is to be healed. I'm getting you asked for healing, right? And so while you had asked for healing, here's the start of it. Spirit says, here is the start of it. The healing will progress. And the healing will start 12/12, but the healing also is going to take you back first to whatever it was in the past, whatever it was that was rooted from. Spirit is always going to take you back to your past to show you what was done to you, to show you what you had done, to show you where it went wrong. Does that make sense? When you ask for healing, Spirit is going to shake your temple up from inside out. And Spirit is going to take you back to places in your past that you're not going to like. But you are to follow suit. Do you hear me? This is important. Okay? This is a test for you. You are to stay true to you and your feelings. I'm hearing make or break. Okay. I'm also getting like, and it's going to get dark, so trigger warning. You know, this is a phase where it will literally break us or make us. It will literally make us or break us. That this is a phase where some people, when they get hit with this type of awakening, whatever it is that's shaking your temple up from inside out, this is where God is watching you and testing you. This is where not only that, but this is Him supporting you. Hear me. I feel the Holy Spirit right now. And I want to cry because it's heavy. You got to get through this. You got to get through this phase, because this is the phase where people either rise up or give up. Do you hear me? We don't want you giving up. That's not an option here. we don't want to ever give up. That's never an option. If you need to take a break, if you need to take a pause and breathe, do that. Find a place where you can do that. But you don't give up. You can give up for like hours, but you don't give up. That's never an option. If you feel like you need to take a break because your body is just telling you to stop, then stop and pause. But you don't give up. You talk to yourself. You talk to your mind, and you are to talk to your mind with kindness and compassion. Do you hear me? When somebody, okay, hear me when I say that, when somebody goes through this type of awakening, this isn't easy for some of us, okay? When we go through this kind of awakening, it gets heavy because your body is trying to balance itself out. Your mind, body, and your spirit is trying to get into alignment with each other. Your chakras are trying to align and activate itself, okay? But you first must understand what your body is doing. And then if you have that awareness, great. But you are not to give up, okay? Spirit says that's not an option. That's not an option here. We are to understand and appreciate our own intuition. We are to appreciate and honor our sensitivities, our feelings, our emotions. This is not to be suppressed. We have been suppressed for way too long. This is to be healed. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate, and perhaps what you are losing here, collective, is your old self. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, and perhaps what you are losing here is your old self. You need to go. You see, we get depressed because the role and the character that we've played has been played. It's already been played. Now, a new person is to come. That's you. You're shedding your old self. And here you are coming out again, rebirth. You are to appreciate that process. We are to sit with that and acknowledge that we are going through this awakening. You're not going crazy. You may feel like you're going crazy, but it's a moment of revelation. It's a moment of realization, and maybe even a big realization. I feel like I'm talking to our masculines. Knight of Cups, King of Cups, sorry, I have the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups, okay. Y'all, I feel like I'm talking to our masculines here. You know, I heard this in a reading today that led me to take notes, okay? And I want to read to you guys what I had written here. And I feel the need to share this part because I feel like it's much needed, okay? I had written because she had mentioned something about intuition, okay? She's under Queen Cup on YouTube, okay? She's amazing. And she had mentioned something about intuition where we are gaslighting each other's intuition. We gaslight our own intuition. We gaslight ourselves. Therefore, gaslighting everybody else who is speaking the truth. But because we're too afraid of actually seeing our own self, I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but I'm hoping it's making sense that when somebody comes up, you know, and they just intuitively know, that something is wrong, and then they say, oh, nothing is wrong, I'm fine. That's gaslighting somebody who knows the truth, but their truth is being gaslighted. Does that make sense? That led me to write this that I want to share with you guys. And I feel compelled to say, do not gaslight yourself right now. You are going through this process of awakening for a reason, and you are not to ignore it. You are not to freak out, first of all. I should have said that in the first place. Don't freak out. Do not freak out. Okay. Collectively, we have failed. Okay, hear me when I say this, that collectively we have failed. We have failed each other by not guiding one another, using our intuition. By gaslighting our own intuition. We don't hear enough of the truth in this world. And that's why we get depressed. That's why we are deprived. That's why things are not working out in the way that we want it and aligning it in the way that we want it to be aligned, because we are not aligning ourselves with it. 21. So when things feel like for you it's just not aligning, you are not aligning yourself with your own intuition. You are not listening to your own intuition. You are, in fact, gaslighting yourself. So I had written, by gaslighting your own intuition, your source, your essence, okay, we have failed each other by not guiding one another, by using our own intuition. So when somebody is using their intuition and they know they're right, but somebody else disregards that and gaslights that, she had said, Queen Cup had said that that's evil. And perhaps we have failed one another because what's out there is stronger than what's in here. We have allowed the entity out there to be stronger than what is in here. 2222. The power within. Okay. And by not listening to each other and not acknowledging the truth, what's happening is that we're being gaslighted. Our intuition is being gaslighted because you're going to yourself, I know this to be true. But when I know this, you're saying, I know this to be true, but when somebody else comes up to you and tells you that's not true, you start to gaslight your own self. Well, I knew I was right. This is what Queen Cup said. And it's funny that it's coming up right now. By gaslighting our own intuition, your source, your essence, we are failing one another. Okay. So hear me, collective. Okay. The scales is coming into balance. Perhaps it's not so balanced right now. Perhaps this is why we are all feeling this uncomfortability collectively, because things are coming into balance, but some of us, I feel like, not allowing yourself to get aligned. There's a lot of this. We have so much work to do. We have failed each other by not guiding one another, using our intuition. We have failed tremendously. We have failed one another because we have gaslighted one another. We have gaslighted each other's truths. That's not humanity. Oof. I'm getting chills on like one side of my body. We have failed tremendously, as so we are to literally help each other up. And this is the part where it gets tricky. As so we are to literally help each other up by using our intuition, the very thing that we were gaslighting each other about, that we have failed in the first place. Now we're being asked to literally help each other by using our intuition, to keep up and following our intuition, because this is what's failing humanity. So is this. And it's not healthy envy that I'm talking about. I'm talking about it has gone overboard. The comparison has gone overboard. The gaslighting has gone overboard. We have failed one another by not helping each other with our own intuition. So when somebody is going through an awakening, and everybody's awakening that looks different, ooh, I just had an image of children and their superpowers, and it's like they're all huddled up, right? Like they're all huddled up and they're all using their powers. Everybody's awakening looks different. So when one is having their awakening, the language that they're speaking, where they are in their mind, the timeline they're in, we are to acknowledge them. As weird as they may seem in the moment, we are to acknowledge what they are saying. This is going to help boost our collective's frequency. Do you understand? When one is going through an awakening, we are to acknowledge this person and we are to support the awakening. Because the awakening can feel very heavy. Do you hear what I'm saying? The awakening process could be very heavy on someone to a point where they can't even fathom and they can't even hold themselves together, that they have to have someone else carry them. Our body is fragile. We don't know it, but it is. And we are to love it. And we are also allowed to feel safe in it, so why don't we? When something feels uncomfortable, let it out. When something is bothering us, we are to let it out and we are to release it in however we need to. Whatever that looks like for you. You see, while things are being removed, cleansed, purified, you come with that. And you are to also understand why you are being cleansed, why you are being purified. In the process of it all, you are to stay still and listen in and understand why. Do you know that you're the most important thing in this world? Like, you don't understand it now. You may not understand it now and why I'm saying that. But do you know, you can come back to this, but do you know how important you are in this world? Do you know how important you are to the rest of us? You see, self-love starts with loving yourself, right? That's why it's called self-love. Self-love starts with loving yourself and getting to know who you are and reflecting on yourself. But you see, self-love isn't just for you. It starts with you, but then it becomes something bigger than you. You are a big part of this whole thing that we call life. Okay? You're a big part of this whole thing. And so when one is going through an awakening, you know, in the movie The Matrix, where they had all the pods, that's what you call them, right? The pods. Damn, I lost my train of thought right now. Shit, that was good. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know why it took me there. The pods. Okay. Think of yourself as somebody who is going through a recharge, an awakening. I don't know why it took me to the pods. But keep that in your mind, okay? I feel like that's heavy. And if you haven't seen the movie The Matrix, please watch it. Please watch it. You gotta watch the first one. I do believe that it's taking me to the pods because that's us. That's the mass. That's the whole thing. That's us. What's happening right now is that we are all being regenerated. But when one is going through an awakening, okay, this is a very unique awakening. I'm speaking to somebody here. When one is going through a very unique awakening, okay, because the awakening comes with heavy emotions, okay. You feel a lot of that trauma coming to surface. You feel a lot of the abuse. You feel a lot of, whatever trauma one went through, okay. For some of you, it's PTSD, some type of illness, mental illness, okay. When one is going through an awakening, a huge awakening, we are to take it easy. We are to do as much as we can to support. We live in a different world, y'all. It's not normal. When we see somebody going through a breakthrough, when we see somebody going through a big awakening, this is to not take very lightly. Like this is a time where we extend ourselves and use our own skills to care for someone else. And if I'm talking to somebody here who is going through this alone and you feel like you have nobody around you to really lean on to, right? You may be one seeing a lot of signs right now. And if you're not seeing the signs, I am reminded to tell you to pay attention, to look around you. I just heard that, to look around you, 3-3, okay? To be aware of your surroundings, to be aware of what you're looking at, to be aware of what you're hearing, what you're seeing, to be aware of what you're hearing. You are what you hear. You are what you eat. You are what you listen to. You are what you watch. You are to pay attention to this, okay? And you have to keep in mind that there is support all around you. I'm speaking to somebody here who is going through this alone. You are to be self-aware, okay, with your senses. You are to be aware with it's so heavy. I just feels heavy. Understand that while you may be feeling the way that you're feeling right now, okay, it's not the end of you. No. No. Okay. Believe in yourself. Have faith in yourself. I'm getting that while you are to Pay attention to your surroundings. Look for hope in things and people and places and children. Be around children. Start talking to yourself. And watch yourself. And listen to yourself when you talk to yourself. Listen to the words that you're saying to yourself. Okay, for example, okay, if you have to start off by just talking shit to yourself, literally, you just pouring it all out, you just pouring out all the anger, you having to pour out all the rage, do that. Pour it all out. But be sure you're safe. Do it somewhere where you feel safe, where you feel like you're just free to do it. Make sure you are safe. Make sure you are at a place where you're safe, but you're hearing yourself speak. And while you are hearing yourself speak, you are to pay attention to the words that you are saying. You are to pay attention to your body language. It literally is the same as you watching somebody going through a breakthrough, but it's you seeing yourself going through a breakthrough. Does that make sense? You are to free yourself. You're being cleansed, you're being purified, so let it. Don't go against it. I feel like some of you guys are going against it, and I feel like this is why I'm on here, because you guys are having a hard time ascending. You're having a hard time letting loose. Literally. That literally just burned me. Oh my God, I really felt that on my nerves. Ow. You see, it's like you're so much in pain, but you're so numb at the same time. And what's happening to you is while you're going through this awakening and something's shaking you up from the inside, you're literally just at a place where you're like, why is this happening to me? You are to stay still. Drink a lot of water. Okay. Be kind to yourself. Know where you are with your mind. Watch your mind. Watch what you say to yourself. 37. Watch what you say to yourself. I want to also add that at this time would be the perfect time for you to listen to music, soothing music. At this time you are to watch a movie where it will take you out of the perspective that you are in. And you are to pay attention to the movie that you're watching and getting fresh insights, opening you up to a new vision, opening you up to a new picture, and how you are seeing the world and how you are even seeing yourself from the inside out. Okay. I'm also getting that being around trees is going to help. Even looking at something green. That's so funny. I'm wearing green and my scrunchie is green and my ring is green. You are to, and my little baggie is green. You are to go out and be around trees. And then settle in. Ground yourself on earth. Enjoy the warm sunshine, the wind in the trees, the cleansing rain, or the clarity after a snowstorm. This will increase your aliveness. Okay. When you get a chance to be outside and to look at the stars, okay, you are to immerse yourself in this moment and make sure that you are outside, out in nature. Even like being around like a water stream where you can hear the water. Okay. See, I'm getting a lot of awakening here. Look at this. You know, this is a time to really acknowledge and honor your heart. To our masculines, I'm sending you guys so much love and support right now. For real. I want to pull up a spirit animal for you guys. Is never to harm you. Okay, I'm getting this. It's never to harm you. It's just here to teach you a lesson. It's just here to... You ask for it. You ask for it. Either, you know, something really bad is happening in your life right now. Like something really unwholesome that's just holding you back and you just cannot anymore. And all you have to do... I'm hearing... All you need to do is to let it down. You can surrender. I'm getting that. You can surrender. You don't have to carry this around you. You know that, right? Spirit wanted me to say it like that. You don't have to carry this weight around anymore. You know that, right? Okay. We are to come back to prayer. We have to... You are to come back to meditation. I'm hearing don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Remember that we are programmed to ascend. Okay, we're very unique creatures. Sentience, okay. We were created to ascend. We were created to stretch, to grow. And so when we keep ourselves in a box, and sometimes we feel like we may not even feel this, okay, because you've just completely trapped yourself in your own mind, like literally creating this prison in your mind, okay? Humans are to ascend, humans are to grow, humans are to stretch out. So when we are not self-aware enough and we're putting ourselves in a small box and we're not seeing things in a bigger picture, we are literally suppressing ourselves. And remember when I said that you are a big part of this whole thing? You are to consider that. Abandon the darkness. Listen to the spirits of light. This card is taking me back to what I said about the trees and being around trees, like finding... I'm hearing the joy, but I'm also getting this feeling of like, while you are grounding yourself around trees, just being in nature, okay? You are going to see and you're going to feel what is greater than this physical world. If you only allow yourself and only immerse yourself in it, then you will. If you only allow yourself and choose to tap into what this is telling you, remember that we only have one body to work with for the rest of our life. We only have one body to get to know for the rest of our life. So what do we do with it? I love you guys so much, and I'm sending you so much support. And thank you for being so patient with me. My name is Kimber. If you would like a personal, all my information will be down in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I'm sending you so much love and support. Please take care and don't give up. You got this. I love you.